when we are having subsidiaries and then they have their own PENCOM code, how can we use or should we use the same email for these subsidiaries and as well the users that we are adding on? Because you said we can add multiple users. So all these users, can we have like a generic email, maybe for the department, or we have different emails? And likewise, for you onboarding subsidiaries, are you going to use the same email? Please, I need you to clarify that before we move on to the question section. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel. So the email address you are using is the user email address. The person you are adding as the person you are giving access to, the person you are adding as a user is the person's email address you're using. For example, you are using me, you want to use my name, Abi, you want to use me as a user. Obviously, you are using my email address. So yeah, that's how it works. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we are moving down to the live session now. So your questions, we would love to entertain them. Quite a number of names here that we have on the list, and it's still increasing. So if with no particular order, I want you to please bring up your information. But before that, I think she wants to explain the settings that we can see on the dashboard here. So Toby, please, can you brush that up? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I forgot to explain that. Okay, I'll just share my screen again. I'm sure we can all see my screen now. Okay. Yeah, so this is the settings. You can just click on settings. You can see profile. You can see security. So for profile, you can add your picture, right? You can upload your profile picture here. You can add your personal information, your first name, your phone number, your other name, your email address. Just click on edit and then you can add all of that. And also you can also add your company information, right? So your company name, this is all you need for your company information is your company name, your PENCOM code, your email address, your company sector, your phone number, and your company address. So we actually advise that, yes, please, after you've signed up and all of that, please just try and fill this. It would also, make us familiarize more with you, right? So yes, that is how the settings looked like, right? So you can do all of this on the platform. Yeah, so I just clicked on edit personal information. So yes, for edit personal information, just put your full name, your phone number, your email address, and then you click on save. You would also do the same thing for company information, your company name, your company sector, your pension code, your phone number, your email address, your company address, and then you can click on save. And then for security, we also have for security, yeah. So for security, we have current password, we have new password, and we have confirm password. So yes, you'll put your current password here. For example, let's say you want to change your password, right? You want to change your password. You can input your current password, the new password, and you can also confirm the password from this side, and you are good to go. Yes. So that's how the settings aspect, that's how it work. I don't know if you have any more questions.
So that means that I saw something under the profiling, and I think that's also caught my sight. That means I can have my picture on my platform here. I can also maybe have the company's information private to the company and also have mine. What if it's a case whereby a particular staff that is saddled with the responsibility of doing all this leave the organization? How do we go about that? Oh, Toby, can you hear me, please? I just asked a question.
Okay, so for example, in a company where the person handling the account, let's say the person in charge of making pension remittance is no longer with the company and you don't know the login details and it's more like you're being stranded, you don't even know how to go about the platform, you can always send us an email at PenCentral you can always send us a mail at PenCentral.ng. That's pension central. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You can send us an email on support@pencentral.ng and then we can actually, address every of your issues. Or you can also call us. We actually have our number that you can also call, which we're going to drop on the chat board so that you can also have our number. So you can always reach out to us. So you can give us a call or you can send us an email telling us all of this and then we are going to resolve it for you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're very grateful for that. Straight away, we will go into our live questions as well, attend to the questions in the chat box. Thankfully enough, Abigail has been doing great at that. So with no particular order, we have some names here, highlighted here. So first we'll go with Mr. Afiz. Do you have any questions and are you cleared with the questions that you answered and then the answers that have been provided? Okay, since there's no response coming from there, if anybody have any question, please kindly signify by raising up your hand and then we'll take it up from there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good
My hand has been
afternoon.
raised. My hand is paining me. I've raised my hand since.
Oh,
My
so
name is
sorry.
Taiwo. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Toby, for a wonderful presentation. We are already onboarded on PenCentral, and I'm so happy considering where we are coming from. PenCentral has been a breath of fresh air. But I would like to ask, now that you are going to, this is 1.5. I've been on the road, so I don't know if anybody has asked in the chat before. But considering this update, are we going to now have a new login, or we can log in with our former details before this upgrade? So if the answer is no, I mean, it shouldn't be that when there is an upgrade, we now be changing details or we have to re-register again. So my own question is, our former login details, is it so seamless that we will just log in into this 1.5 and it will just go? Or please expatiate on that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. So I mentioned earlier that the login details has been sent to some employers and we are actually working on it. We're already sending the login details to our users because we know how it can be migrating from, the current PenCentral to the new to the updated PenCentral. So the login details will be sent to you. So you can just check your mail. You can just try and be checking your mail because the login details, it's possible the login details has been sent to you, and if not, it will be sent to you as soon as possible. So once you get the new login details, the URL, I don't know, Abigail, please can you help me drop the new URL on the chat box? So you will see the URL now. So you can just click on the you can just click on the new URL, just type the new URL. That's the new updated, the URL for the new for the updated platform. So once you type the new URL, you can log in with this login details that will be sent to you. Thank you.
thank you so much for that. We also have another person,
Hello, good
Busayo.
afternoon.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Good
good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, I just want to quickly ask. Can you hear me?
We can, yes, we can.
All right. I noticed that after logging in and the schedule, the login schedule is being given, like the receipt of something, I noticed that the month is not specified there. That's the month you're paying for. It's not specified on the lodgement schedule when printed. So I don't know how that, if that is being implemented in this new upgrade.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. So the schedule I displayed while explaining how PC 1.5, that's the updated version, how it works. So I was trying to, okay, I had to use different month because I wanted to explain the fact that the platform allows backlog remittances. But on the schedule, we already have payment month and we have payment year. So under the payment month, you can list, we have payment month on the schedule templates, right? We already have it and it's highlighted. So it means that the payment month is important. If you don't impute the month you are remitting for, obviously you won't be able to upload your schedule. So the payment month is there. So for example, if you are remitting for the month of April, right, you can fill in for the month of April. If you are remitting for 200 staffs and it's for the month of April, just type April, just put April in the payment month. And if you are doing backlog, let's say you are doing backlog from January to December, yes, you can also impute that. For example, you are doing backlog for Oluwatobiloba from January to December. That means my name will come out 12 times, January, February, March, April, and all of that. So that's for backlog. But for monthly remittance, just you can actually, just indicate the month you are remitting for. So the payment month is actually on the schedule template. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
next-
you. I understand that it's on the template.
template.
You get?
No,
Hello?
India,
There are a lot of noise at the background, please.
Please, can you ask your question again, please?
Okay, Toby, I understand that the months they're indicated in the schedule template. After you finish your upload and everything, you click okay, submit. Usually something comes to your mail, like your lodgement schedule or receipt, let me call it that way. So that is where I'm asking the question. On that receipt, that particular receipt where you have the lodgements, where you have the gateway, the total schedule fee, and all those fees are listed there. The months, the specific month you're paying for is not indicated there. So that's why I'm asking this question.
Okay, thank you, Toby.
Okay, thank you so much. So for what I displayed earlier, yes, the month wasn't showing, it was just showing the details of, of the payments you had to make, the amount and everything. But once you make payments, once you've made your payment, like the way the platform has always been, you can log into your portal to check the schedule that was uploaded. Once you upload a schedule on the platform, if you've not make payment, it will be under unsubmitted. It's when you make payment that it will move from submitted, yeah? So you can actually log into your portal to check, and from there you would see if you under the once you log into your portal, you can actually check for the payments that you just made, and then you can download your receipt, which you would also receive your receipt in your mail, but you can also download the receipt, and you can also download the schedule. Under the schedule, you would see the payment month and everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, a
All
quick
right, Toby, thank you.
announcement to everyone. If you've asked a question and you've been given an answer, please kindly drop your hand so that we can know those that are still with questions. So going forward, please let's put that in mind. So Busayo, you have the floor. Please, we can't hear you. Please kindly speak to your mic, please.
Hello, can you hear me now? Hello.
Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Biloba, for the presentation. My question, number one, looking at the schedule you uploaded the other time, there was no space in between. I want to ask if I'm publishing my schedule, can I put maybe space in between the names? or everything should just be in block style, no space in between? That's my first question. Then the second question is about the online payment. Like online payments, you said Monify is 7 days, Paystack 30 minutes. So I want to ask, and based on your explanation, I didn't get that right. Like if I'm paying online, does it mean the payment will go to PenCentral? Then from there, you dispatch to each of the PFCs. Because in my company, we operate 6 pensions. So if based on the online payment, are you the one that will receive the payment, then you dispatch to each of the PFCs? Then the offline payment, you said maybe something like I have to download, then each of the PFC's account will come out, then I will make my payment. So please, I want you to please clarify that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. But before I answer, please can you clarify the first question that you said that there's no space on the schedule template? What do you mean by space?
Okay. Okay. Take for instance, for ARM pension, that's the Access ARM pension. I have 4 staff on that list. So staff A, the details in first row. Then should I leave a space like one line before inputting number 2, or it should just be directly under number 1? No space, no row in between, like empty row in between the names. Exactly.
Okay.
What I'm seeing on the
Can you see
screen.
my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, this
Okay.
is the
So
schedule template, right? Thank you so
alright.
much for your question. So
Okay.
this is the schedule template. So if you're making payments on PenCentral, you would have to follow the schedule template, right? Because if you don't follow the schedule template, you won't be able to upload the schedule.
Alright.
So if you are making payments for 4 staffs, for example, you're making payments for 4 staffs and the 4 staffs, they are using Stanbic pension. All you need to do is to impute their PFA code. You don't have to keep any space. This is for the first one, we have 0023. Under it already have 0024. You don't have to, if you are creating space, that means if I have 0024, you'd have to put space. Then no, you don't have to do all of that, right? So we already made it seamless for you. All you need to do is to impute the PFA code you are remitting for. So even if you are remitting for 500 employees, this schedule template can actually take everything. All you need to do is to impute the PFA code. You don't have to leave any space. I don't know, did I answer that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. And for the second question, that's for online payment. For Monify, you can only use 7 days to use an account number. After 7 days, if you don't make payments, the account number would expire and you would have to re-upload the schedule again to generate a new account number. But for Paystack, it's 30 minutes. That means once you generate an account number, you have to make payments within 30 minutes. Because if you don't make payments within 30 minutes, you would have to re-upload again to make payments. And for online, right, which is making transfer, once you make payments, right, you are not making payments to PenCentral. Like I explained, we now have 2 payment gateway on the platform, which is Monify and Paystack. Once you make payment, let's say, for example, I picked Monify. If you make payments, the money goes to payment to Monify, which is our payment gateway. They are the one that settle the money to the PFC, and the PFC moves it to the various PFA accounts. So each PFA are getting the money that belongs to you alongside with the schedule that belongs to you. So for the benefit of those that are just hearing about PenCentral for the first time, if you make payments and then if you make payment, the payment goes to Monify. Once it goes to Monify, it moves from the PFC. From the PFCs, it moves to the PFA. Each PFA gets the money and the schedule that belongs to them. Leadway get their money and their schedule. Stanbic get their money and their schedule. That is how the platform works. So like I said, PenCentral is actually an intermediary between you, the employer, and the PFA, making your work seamless. So once you sign up on PenCentral, you don't really have any business with the PFA and the PFC because we are the one that take up the headache for you. That's how it works. I'm sure I've answered that. And then for the third question, which is for offline payments. For offline payment, you would have to download the like I showed us earlier, that for offline payment, you would have to download the PFA you want to make payments for, and then you can download everything at once. Once you download that, you will see the account number you are making payment into. So this is actually it's majorly for people that love to pay through check. So once you download that, you can actually take it to the bank to make remittance, right? To make payments for offline. But you need to note that if you are making payments, you must remember to quote the transaction reference, because if you don't quote the transaction reference in your check, they might not know where to send the money to. So it is very important that you quote this on your teller before making payment. So that is how the offline payment works. And you can also decide to use transfer. It depends on, there are some, like I said, there are some companies that they have their policies. There are some companies that will tell you that, oh yeah, what we do is check, and some do transfer. So I just feel that if you are making transfer, it's better you just use online. It's better you just do online payments. That will actually ease you the stress. Have I answered your question, sir?
Very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think we'll take HR.
Hello, good
Okay,
afternoon,
Sukami,
everyone.
can you ask your question?
Okay, good afternoon, and thank you, Oluwatobiloba, for the presentation. Can you hear me, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, Oluwatobiloba, while you were doing the presentation, there is a place that you mentioned when you were using the existing schedule.
Okay.
There is a modification there that if you are using it, you need to add a new staff, and which I got quite right. My question is, if you are removing from that very list, actually you didn't mention that, is there the option of sort in that aspect too?
Okay.
Did you
So
get my question?
yes, thank you so much for that question. So you can, like I explained earlier, that you can add new user, you can add new row, adding new staff. You can also edit if you want to edit, and you can also delete. But for now, what we have for now is actually the add row. We are still working on the delete and the edit part of the platform, but you can add new row. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm not saying about user management. I'm saying about new staff.
Yes, under reuse
Okay.
schedule, under upload by reusing your
Exactly. So,
right?
okay, for now, there's no other option. You just have to go and use the new template and add the person there, right?
Okay, so on this
No,
updated
and remove the person
platform,
rather. Yes.
on this updated platform, right?
Yes.
Yes, so on this updated platform, you can add new row. We are still working on the delete part of.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to get. For that aspect, if I want to delete, just go and use the
Yes,
new
but by
template,
next,
download new
yes,
template. Okay.
before the end of this week, you would be able to edit and delete.
All right.
Yes, thank you. Before the end of this week, you'll be able to do all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Kike Lomo, you can ask a question.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Afternoon.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Yes, you can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks for the program, and there are a few questions I would like to ask. Now, for the speaker earlier, she mentioned, because when I have issues, I'm not on PenCentral, but I've been using PenRemi, and I think what she's talking about is just expressing everything that transpire on their platform. Because like she said, when you are offline, I actually want to get that clearly where we are offline, because when I use that platform, there are times that when you send your schedule, the schedule itself, when you want to print the payment advice, like you want to pay the PFA, the thing will come up with maybe you are doing a single PFA. The thing will bring that PFA's account details, giving you that. I don't know, maybe that's when she's referring to offline, because this pay stack, I know those 30 minutes and money for 7 days, I know. But then this offline, I want to get that clearly. One. Then two, in switching from this platform, is there any pro or is there any cons? Because like I mentioned, we are not using PenCentral, we are using PenRemit. I want to know if we have to switch, maybe we want to move from PenRemit now to PenCentral, is there any pros, any cons to that? I want to be clear. Then three, in terms of the beneficiary, I'm talking about RS holders now, because some of them now, they will tell us that they haven't gotten alert, or for those people that they've exited the system, they actually want they want to have updates and the likes. I don't know what is the role of the platform as regards this. Thank you. Hello, I'm done.
Much. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining this webinar section. So yes, like you explained earlier, there's a difference between offline and online payments. If you are doing online payments, that is when you can use either Monify or Paystack. And if you are doing offline payments, you would have to upload your schedule, and then you click on offline, and then it will give you the breakdown of the PFA you are remitting for. So once you get the details, you can download. So once you download this is what you will take to the bank, right? This is what you take to the bank to make your payment for offline. But like I explained earlier, that when you are doing offline payments, you must make sure that you quote the transaction reference on the teller before making payments, right? That's how offline works. So basically, if you know that your company policy allows bank transfer, it's advisable that you use online payment. But if what you want to do is check, then you can, use offline by taking it to the bank. So that's the difference between offline and online. For online, I would actually link that to, for online payments, I would link that to the third question you asked about employee getting credited. So if you make payments online on PenCentral, right? If you make payments online, if you click on online and then you make transfer, you would receive your evidence of payment within 24 hours. And due to different operational procedures of different PFAs, your employees will start getting credited within 2 to 3 working days. I mean, 2 to 3 working days. So if you make payments on Friday, obviously you can't count Saturday and Sunday because it's not a working day. You would have to wait till the following week before you can start counting. So yes, that is it for the second question. But for RSA getting credited for offline payments, it is actually based on the PFA. Because if you do offline payments, you're actually paying into the PFC account. That's the pension fund custodian. So it is actually them that would, since you are paying to bank, that's why offline is different from online. But if you are doing online payments, or if you can do transfer, I would just advise that you use online transaction. The fact that the world is even becoming more digital, and also in terms of charges, like you said, that you are already signed up on a particular PSSP, that what if you want to migrate to PenCentral? Yes. So for you to move to PenCentral, right, it is actually free. You don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is, if you check the chatbot, my colleague Abigail have been doing a great job. So I'm sure that she already dropped the URL for PenCentral. So you can just save the URL. You can just go to the chatbot to get the URL. Click on the URL. You can create an account. To create an account on PenCentral, all you need is the PENCOM code. That's the employer code of the company. To create an account, the platform is free. You don't have to pay anything. To upload a schedule also, the platform is free. Like I said, the platform is seamless. All you need to do is, after uploading a schedule, just make transfer, and you're not paying anything. The only thing you are paying is the pension amount of your staff. So yes, that's how the platform works. Thank you so much for your question.
Okay, please,
Okay.
one more.
All right.
Please, I just want to confirm something from her. because that's one she mentioned, that pay stack and money file. Pay stack is 30 minutes. Money file is 7 days ultimatum for payment. But however, for my company, this might not really work because fine, we do online, but at times maybe back for who to approve, who to let this go forth and back. We might have more than 7 days. So what's the provision for this, for us to be able to do online payments? Thank you.
Okay, Kikelomo, the detail will
Yeah.
be dropped at the chat box, so you can reach out to us on this
Okay.
so that we can entertain other questions because of time. Joy, please, can you ask your question briefly? Joy, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon,
Okay,
everyone.
good afternoon.
Okay, so I was reading through the chats. My question was, I initiated a payment yesterday and it failed on the platform. I wanted to know if it's because of these changes that we have that happening and if I should reinitiate the payment. So that's my question.
Okay, Joy, please, I think you need to speak more into your mic so that we can hear your question properly.
Okay, I said that I initiated a payment for pensions yesterday and it failed on our bank platform. So I want to know if it is because of these changes that the payment failed and if I should reinitiate or hold on for maybe proper handover or something. Or
Okay, thank you so much, Joy, for that question. Yeah, so for the payment that failed, right? We all know how banks can be, we all know how NIPS can be at times. So the payment that failed is not related to the update or the new update on PenCentral. It's possible the payment failed due to network problem. So I would advise that you re-upload. I would advise you re-upload your schedule and you reinitiate the payment again. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Joy, I want to believe that has answered your question.
yes, thank you.
David,
Yeah,
please,
yes.
can you ask me a question?
Good afternoon. Thank you
Good
all for
afternoon.
giving me this opportunity to ask my question because I've been waiting. I'm a new user. I just enrolled last month so that I can meet the deadline for uploads by this month. I check your PFA code. I cannot locate where PEMCO is because sometimes we work with some universities and we pay to their pension commission. Thank you.
All right, sir, please kindly drop your information at the chat box. We will definitely reach out to you on
Well,
that.
I've even dropped the question before. PEMCO court.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
we'll respond to that briefly now.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate.
You're welcome, sir. All right, Adegoke, over to you. Please, if you have asked your question, please drop down your hand, please. Hello. Okay, Adebimpe, sorry, Akinpoju, Israel. Please, can you ask your question?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My question is, for us that we have been using the PenCentral before, are we to register on the new platform or a login code will be sent to us, please?
Thank you for your question. For users, for people that have been using PenCentral, yes, the login details will be sent to you, and we're already sending the login details. So I'm sure that some people would have received the login details by now. So once you receive the login details, once you receive it in your mail, I will advise that you actually check the chatbot so that you can, save the URL. Just click on the URL and then you can log into the new PC 1.5 to the new updated platform. Thank you.
Okay, I believe that has answered your question. Kehinde, please, can you go with your question, please?
All right, thank you for this opportunity. I actually have two questions, but I can see time is far behind, so I will reach out for the second question. But the first question is, we made some payments early last month. We have not been credited. We have the receipts and all those other things. So I don't know if it was because of the migration, or what can we do to follow up, or what can be done.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. So for follow-up, yes, the email address and the phone number, that's the support email, and the phone number has been dropped on the chatbot, so you can copy that in subsequent times if you want to follow up with us. And also for the RSA credit, I would advise that there are times that the PFA might have credited your employee, but they might not receive a notification, they might not receive a message from the PFA. So I would suggest that you advise your employees to actually log into their different PFA apps to check. And then once they check, they can also request for their statement of account to be sure they've not been credited. Because there are times that even for me, my company might pay me at times and I don't get any notification in my message. I would have to go to, it is when I log into my PFA app that I now see that, oh, they've been credited. Thank you. And for the other person that asked about the NUPENCO code, my colleague Sean already answered that. So for NUPENCO code is actually 0049. And then thank you for that. It will also be imputed. Thank you.
Hello, all good. Oladuni, please, can you go with your question? Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. I would like to know, for this new upgrade, is it now active? Because I tried logging in using my login details, being the existing user, using the
Okay,
old
sorry
version
for
before, so it
continuing.
wasn't
If
active.
you
Yeah.
have any question that you want to direct to the customer unit, please kindly reach out to them directly. Abigail is here, so she will drop the phone number for you and you can get that sorted out so that you can have intensive response and then proper solution to those questions you have. I don't know if that is fine by you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your understanding. All right, Chiwendu, please kindly ask your question, please.
Hello. Okay. Thank you for the presentation. My question is this. Last week, I paid through PenCentral and they sent me receipt. That receipt, when I checked, I tried to look for the month of remittance I paid. There was no indication on that receipt of the month of remittance.
Okay,
Secondly,
good. This is still the same response I gave earlier. If this is your question, sir, you have Abigail also to attend to you on that, to have a prompt and a proper response to this, if you wouldn't mind, sir.
okay, the second question is that I tried to pay with the account given from Monify. I found out that the account name differ from the one I used to pay before. The account name usually starts with Champs-employer's name, but that one was a different name.
Okay, thank you for your question, sir. Which name was did you see?
Something Cora Pay or something.
Okay, it's possible it's network, so I don't know. It's possible. Yeah, so there are times that it might be a bank problem. At times it's actually interbank, because it might be interbank problem, because I think I've seen that kind of problem before. So I would advise that that's why when you upload the schedule and then you get the account details, you would always see the account number and the account name, and so yes, the name you are meant to see is Charms Access, / Monify and all. So I would advise that if you see that, you would have to, either you try using another bank or you try again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I believe that has also answered your question. Adigoke, are you there now?
Okay, Prof. Chinos. Okay, Chinos, I want to eat later. Chinos.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Adegoke.
Please, I think you need to mute.
Hello.
Okay, Adigoke, you got the floor.
Yes. Is it afternoon or evening? Sorry. Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. My name is Adegoke Julius.
Pleasure meeting you. Please, can you speak into
I
your
want-
mic?
Okay. I'm so sorry. Maybe you have answered the questions before, but maybe I did not, because I joined you guys very, very late. So I want to ask you one question. My question is that, please, I want to log in and I want to take some workers now. I don't know, maybe the new system is going to affect the old one. So that's what I'm asking now.
Are
That's what
you using the 1.0?
I don't know the one I'm even using before.
The
So
existing one. Are you
I
making
just
use of the
download the
existing one?
PenCom, this thing, then started using it. So I don't even know the one I'm using before.
Okay. I think you can still do the same thing like I said earlier. Can you reach us by getting in touch to Abigail? Just drop your phone details so we'll reach you on
Abigail.
this. Just drop it on the chat box. Drop your phone number. We'll reach you from there. Or send us a mail.
All right, no problem. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gafar, Mr. Iman, over to you. Okay. Faisal.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right.
So I actually have two questions. One is that there was a time I was trying to enroll on your platform, my company. So there was a place that I was supposed to enter employer code, but I mistakenly entered another code. I didn't know it was my employer code, you understand? So, and your system accepted it and I finished all the something. But it was later when I now discovered, I now want to change it, but I couldn't change it again and it's not taking me anywhere. So I just find it cumbersome. So since then, I've not tried it again. I now want to ask, or I want to suggest that since it's employer code and it has a pattern, I think the platform should be made in such a way that if a wrong number that is not in conformity with employer code is entered, it should not accept it. Shouldn't have accepted it in the first instance. So I don't know if I can still repeat the whole process again, and it will not recognize me as another new user. That's question number one. Are we together?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Then the second question is that in case of job loss, an employer want to continue his remittance. Maybe the person is now self-employed. You understand? It's not under any company. It's just doing some things and it's earning little and want to continue. Can he be using the PenCentral to remit on his own as an individual, not as a company now? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. So I would advise that you create an account on PenCentral. You can create an account on the new platform. So the URL is on the chat box. So you can just do that by creating a new. So once you create a new account, you have to enter the PENCOM code. If the PENCOM code is wrong, it will actually, this new updated platform will actually flag it. So you can do that. And then for the second question.
It's whatever is individual remittance.
What did you say?
possibility of individual remittance, not on behalf of company.
Okay, so for individual remittance, we are actually working on that. That's for MPP. It's in view. We are working on that. So yes, we'll communicate that later, but we are working on that currently. But for now, what we have is corporate remittance. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, Deborah, please, can you ask your question?
Okay, good afternoon. Like, my name is Deborah, so I have 2 questions to ask. So can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I just read, how can I change from offline payment to online after generating the payment invoice? Like yesterday,
Please,
I
Deborah, we
downloaded.
can't hear you. Please
Okay,
speak.
like yesterday, I downloaded the receipt invoice, generate the invoice. So for now, we want to change to online payment. So I find it difficult to change it to online payment. Do I need to start all over by uploading the schedule again, then click on online payment, or there is a tab that can actually switch to online?
Okay. Thank you for your question. Since you already clicked on offline before, I would advise
Yes.
you can cancel that and then re-upload the schedule again. You can re-upload and then you have to go all over, re-upload the schedule, click on online payments, generate an account number. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Another question is, okay, for offline payments, if peradventure I want to make the payments offline, so I know I need to download all the receipts. All right, that's invoice. So after, how many copies do I need to generate or print out? Let me just put it that way. Because on the norms, if we are going to the bank, we are doing normal manual payment. What we do is to print out 2 schedule, then one for the company, then one for the bank. So is it applicable to this?
Thank you. For offline payment, you don't need schedule. What you need is the invoice. That's what you are taking to bank. So for
How
example,
many invoice? Is it 2 copies for each PFAs?
so the invoice you are getting, it depends on how you want to make the payments. Like I said, you can either download all or you print by PFA. But if you are making for any PFA, you would have to download all the PFA invoice to make payments. Thank you.
How many copies? Is it 2 copies? One for the employee, one for the one for the employer, then one for the bank. Like acknowledgement copy for the employer, then one for the bank.
Okay,
Do you
Deborah,
understand?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Okay, I believe Abigail will, or I might have attended to your question, but if for further clarity, just because we are short of time, I would like you
Okay.
to drop your information so that we would properly address this for you, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much. All right, last on the line here, Faye Shayo, please, can you ask your questions?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
The last time I tried to use the old version, there we have the employee contribution. We have
Please,
the
can you be more audible?
Can you hear me now?
Better.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I said the last time I tried to make a remittance, you have the option of the employee remittance, you have the employer contribution, employee contribution, and you have voluntary contribution. That was the old case. Now, on one of our pension schedule, we have somebody whose only contribution is voluntary. I tried to put it just in the voluntary line. It didn't accept it until I have to split the two.
Yes, thank you so much. So if you're making payments for, if the staff is only doing voluntary contribution, yes, you can do that. Put the amount under the voluntary contribution and order the employer contribution and employee. Just put 0.00 and then you're good to go. Thank you.
I tried that and it didn't work.
Okay, just reach out to us as well by dropping your information of adventure reaching us via email.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. We have come to the end of this webinar today. Thank you for your presence. We appreciate you all for staying tuned to now. We can't express gratitude enough. In person to Hafiz, Omar, KG, Somi, Real One, Kehinde, Steven, Feishayo, Deborah, Uche, Bisola. We thank everyone for all you've been doing. Thank you so much. Before we go on, I would just want Toby to give a parting address, and then we hand this.
Okay, thank you all for joining this webinar section. I'm sure we wouldn't have been able to do anything if you didn't join. So thank you all, and yes, this is PenCentral, and we are always there to provide solution to every of your complaints. Like my colleague Emmanuel already mentioned, please, in case your question was not attended to or you still have more questions, Abigail already dropped the details on the chat box, so you can please you can reach out to us by phone call or by sending us an email, and every of your complaints will be addressed. Thank you so much.
Session again. All right. Do have a nice day.